Alka, you had said something very interesting about not digging below the surface of what your characters or what your subjects in burqa boxes were trying to tell about themselves. Were you at any point concerned that the film that you were making would lose authenticity because of something else that your characters would try to project about themselves?
Yeah, honestly, yes. Like that is every day. A things change constantly when you're working with others and they're opening their lives to you, and you you're constantly looking at it through the lens of a story. Like, how dramatic is this? Like how Khushbu said, you're kind of being vulturish about story, and at the same time, and because like you're compensating for that impulse to grab the most dramatic moment. And so it's important then to kind of tell yourself that if that dramatic moment is about proving them wrong, then in this context, like, it's not my universal law that I'm never going to do that. It's my rule for this particular story, because I felt, they wanted to present themselves in a particular manner, and me digging, I had all the power in editing. Everywhere I have the power to kind of show another side of them. And I feel like it's my obligation, if they have opened up their lives to me, not to go there in this specific story context. While while, yes, every moment, there is something very dramatic that I have to leave out, because of that. So, and like, there are times that their mothers were saying, oh, we wanted our daughters to be home, and the fathers are saying something else, and the mothers are kind of saying it without being aware of the camera being on. And and I feel like, I needed to make that decision, whether I'm going to kind of make it this story about mothers and daughters. Like those are decisions that are, every moment you face, and you have to go by certain rules, you and lines you want to, not cross. for for any for any story that you're telling, there are certain lines you will cross, certain lines you won't cross. And those lines are, they change and shift, depending on what story you're telling. So definitely, I felt like, yeah, there are times I was kind of, बोलते हैं ना, अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मारने वाली बात है.
हाँ जी.
So 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 that was happening. But that's just.
So, considering what you've just said, it reminded me of how Ajmira's mother keeps saying, you're a girl, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be getting ready to get married and learn how to do your
Mhm.
household chores. But she's the one who accompanies her to all her tournaments. And
Right.
so she's in a way parroting what the society tells her she should be teaching her daughter. But in her mind, she sort of knows her daughter has an
Hmm.
idea, and it's not the
Hmm.
worst idea in the world to become independent, to get a job, and to live a
Hmm.
free life.
Yes.
So yes, I like how your film brought that aspect out in her mother's character, that aspect of her
Hmm.
mother's character out in the open, and not by making it very obvious through dialogue, but just showing who she is. On the one hand, she keeps telling mat karo, but on the other hand, she goes with
Hmm.
her everywhere and is, in a way, her silent support system.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was wonderful to watch.